I'm 27, and for far too long, I've been trapped in a dinner-time nightmare with two friends, Brenda and Chad. Every single time we went out, they'd pull the same infuriating stunt. Order the most expensive dishes on the menu, then magically their wallets would be empty, leaving the rest of us to cover their extravagant tastes. It had been going on for years, and my patience was thinner than a discount napkin. So last month at the Gilded Ox Steakhouse, Chad ordered a prime 20 Oz Wagyu plus a tower of appetizers and craft cocktails. When the check arrived, he'd suddenly forgotten about his rent being due. They all coughed up an extra $20 each just for his indulgence. Brenda was just as notorious for this, so last weekend my buddy Liam texted me about dinner at the Golden Spoon Bistro. My immediate reply: Brenda and Chad are there, count me out. Liam, ever the diplomat, insisted I put my feelings aside and join. Against every fiber of my being, I agreed. I arrived, and there were 6 of us. Everyone was chatting, catching up, and then the ordering began. Most people picked sensible entrees around the $40 mark. Then it was Brenda and Chad's turn. Brenda, without hesitation, ordered the Alaskan king crab platter, a cool $95. Add a dozen oysters and a bottle of expensive Chardonnay. Chad countered with the surf and turf Real at $120 plus top-shelf drinks. Watched my blood pressure rising, knowing exactly what was coming. When the server turned to me, all eyes were on me expectantly. I glanced at the menu for a mere second, pointed to the cheapest domestic lager, a $4 brew, and said, "Just this, please." Liam immediately piped up, "Dude, what are you doing?" "You eating?" I just shrugged, lost my appetite. 2 other friends at the table exchanged a knowing look, then flagged down the server. They canceled their food orders, opting for just drinks too. The atmosphere shifted. The rest of the dinner was a silent, awkward ballet. Brenda and Chad picked at their lavish meals, clearly sensing the shift in the air. Then came the moment of truth, the check. The total was astronomical, thanks to Brenda and Chad's culinary rampage. Chad, with his usual audacity, immediately grabbed the server. "Can you split this 6 ways?" Without consulting anyone. I stood up calmly but firmly. "Actually, let's split it 3 ways. Give us only a drinks." Chad stared at me, bewildered. "What? We always split it evenly." I met his gaze. "Well, 3 of us didn't eat any food, so we're only paying for our drinks." The math was brutal. Liam, who had eaten a decent meal, got slapped with a $146.98 bill. His jaw practically hit the freshly polished floor. Brenda and Chad had to split the monstrous remainder between them, far more than they ever intended to pay. I calmly placed a $10 bill on the table for my beer and a generous tip, said my goodbyes, and walked out. Looks on Brenda and Chad's faces? Absolutely priceless. They finally understood what it felt like to actually pay for their own exorbitant tastes. The next morning, my phone blew up with about 15 angry texts from both of them, calling me every name in the book for forcing them to pay more. Genuinely laughed out loud. Their steaks alone cost more than what they ended up shelling out. And somehow I was the bad guy? Nope, I just served them a dose of reality, and it tasted delicious.